G'day, Pickleball family. First thing to know, as shared on pickleball.com, Dallas doubles down, sweeps New York for second time to clinch series. The Dallas Flash, J.W. Johnson, Georgia Johnson, Hurricane Tyra Black, and Augie Gur booked the fourth and final spot in the Major League Pickleball, or MLP, Premier Level semi-finals with a 3-0 sweep of the New York Hustlers in the last match of the weekend. This was the team's second straight sweep of the Hustlers, who took the opening match on Saturday in a dream breaker. For Gur, energy was the key difference between the 2 days. Yesterday, we felt like we played all right, but we just came out a little flat with a couple of nagging injuries, he shared. So today we just knew that we had to bring the adrenaline because it was do or die, and I'm glad we did. Gur and Black closed out both of Sunday's matches with triumphs over Jack Sock, Leah Jansen in mixed doubles before the Flash's other mixed pairing of Johnson and Johnson even had a chance to take the court. Black says that having such to find her best level. I know my whole team is so solid, so I can go out there and do whatever I want and just play free, she explained. It's the best feeling to be able to play like that. Dallas, who joins the Texas Rangers as the other Premier level team moving on from the quarterfinals, will face either the New Jersey Fives or St. Louis Shock in Orlando for a spot in the title match in November. Second thing to know, as also shared on pickleball.com, Utah Tech wins 2024 Duper Collegiate National Championship. The number one seeded in the Southern Conference, Utah Tech took home the victory against the 2023 champions, University of Virginia. Utah Tech endured a massive battle up the bracket, defeating George Mason, Penn State, UT Austin, number 2 seeded Indiana, 2022 Duper Collegiate National Champions USC, and finally UVA. Beginning at 11 a.m, the stands were overflowing with pickleball players, parents, teammates, and spectators from every other school. Tension was high as UVA began chanting and cheering so loud that it could certainly be heard across Brookhaven Country Club in Dallas, Texas. UVA arrived with confidence, ready to defend their title, but Utah Tech had vengeance on their mind after losing in the semis against UVA last year. It was a rematch, one each team was desperate to win. In women's doubles, Avery Beck and Cameron Bliss took the first game in a tense 22-20 battle. In men's doubles, Liam Duffin and Benson Parry maintained their lead with a final score of 21-15. This is when the energy really began to shift. Suddenly, UVA, who had the rowdiest fan base all weekend, started to go a little quiet, and the Utah Tech supporters were only getting louder and larger in numbers. Everyone loves to root for the underdog. This led to a pivotal third match where Utah Tech had nothing but momentum. Utah Tech sent out Bliss and Duffin, who won in a climactic 21-19. Though there were some moments where it looked like UVA could propel them into Game 4, Utah Tech remained strong with strategically long rallies. That was truly a textbook game of good pickleball. Utah Tech earned their championship in winning a swift 3 games. However, it was a nail-biter battle throughout. I felt like it really came down to who could play the most disciplined, who could stick with the patterns that we came in prepared to do, and who could execute. We came in with a plan and they stuck with it in the clutch moments, and that was the difference, said Utah Tech coach Chloe Butterfield. Players Bliss, Duffin, Beck and Parry were elated, accepting their championship trophy and $15,000 check. I'm feeling on top of the world right now, said Beck, a sophomore in business management. We've worked so hard to get here and I'm just so proud of my team. We've been super focused all year. I'm feeling so happy, super grateful and a little bit emotional, said Bliss, a junior radiology major at Tech. I'm unbelievably proud of them. I'm proud of the grind and the mental toughness that these guys have shown. It's unbelievable. And I love each of them as individuals, and it's so awesome to see them succeed and have that confidence, said Coach Butterfield. Third thing to know, as shared on WTVR.com, Player thrilled about 12 new pickleball courts in Henrico County, Richmond, Virginia. I've never seen a sport grow this quickly. It's easy to learn and hard to master. It always keeps you going and driving for something more. The new pickleball court complex at Pouncey Tract Park in Glen Allen officially opened last Saturday morning. John Zanino, the director of Henrico Recreation and Parks, said the addition means the park now has 24 pickleball courts. There's a huge demand in the community, Zanino explained. There's the original 12 courts constantly full every morning and evening you go out there. You'll see lines of players waiting to play. So we were trying to meet that demand for the community. The 12 new illuminated pickleball courts are located at the park's softball field area. The $4.4 million project also expanded the parking lot to accommodate 86 vehicles, essentially doubling capacity, as well as improvements to the sidewalks and the park's entrance. Paddles up